Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 113 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of ATM10. Where between episodes, I've been cooking up all the Modium blocks. We've got all this alloy happening. I'm making this happen, and it's going well. We're actually kind of using Source at the same rate that we're producing Source. Though these guys are a little bit choky on Source speed, but like it's all good. So right now, I did some things that I said I needed to do. One, I made it so that this is auto-craftable, right? So we put a source gem in. I put source jars here so that it'll run faster. But because we're using so much source, the stuff and things and not going super fast. So that's a thing, right? So you're a splitter, huh? Can you, maybe... No, I think I'll just leave it as is. I guess I could import bus off these jars if I really wanted to, but I think we're fine. Leave it as is for now. It's all good. So anyway, what was I saying? Stuff that I'm doing and things. Yes, making lots of alloys. So one thing I did is I made this auto-craftable because when I go to craft like 10 of these at a time, we need 400 source gems. So like making these auto-craftable is definitely key. And I think a smart move for me would be like a keep in stock deal so that like, because it's kind of slow to craft, what I should do is be keeping in stock certain resources so that they're always available. And then, like when I go to use them, it'll have a bulk, if not all of them, ready ahead of time. So this is slowly but surely progressing, right? We're just waiting for all the crafting to occur. My source stuff here is going well. Well-ish, I would say. I'm using a lot of source to do all this, so my farm back home is not super duper keeping up with the demand. That said, I have a really large buffer. What I might do is whack this, because I don't think I need this no, right? Yeah, let's get rid of this warpy dude, because these guys, because realistically, I'm getting my source over here no longer through the warper, but through this thing, right? So we're getting large bulks of source that are blasting out to all my jars. One other thing I noticed, by the way, is this jar does not feed any of the machines. So placing the jars down, like placing one of these jars down here, does not feed these guys. They don't pull from that jar. So you still need to distribute the source to like real Ars Nouveau jars. So keep that in mind. Other thing I did is I got rid of the flashing purple here. And the way I did that was setting up a quick laser IO automation. So basically I'm sensing the existence of a source jar or a source gem block inside the advanced clicker. And when that item lands in the advanced clicker, it triggers a redstone signal, which tells this thing he's allowed to click. So he can't click until he has an item in him. Now, the downside of that was we have to get the item out of here, and I wasn't able to extract using laser IO, so what I did is the same thing. On the down, I'm sensing for the finished items, and when I sense that the finished items exist, I'm sending a redstone signal to the clicker as well, and then it clicks the item out of the enchanting apparatus. Make sense? So hopefully that makes sense. Let's see if it's like close to doing one, and then we'll see what happens, right? So if we check here, we are working on available 8. In a moment, we should have everything we need. See the redstone signals on? Because there was a source gem block in there. Now the redstone signal is off. Okay, and now it's crafting. And then when the crafting is complete, the redstone signal will go on again. It'll click the item out of the thing, and then the redstone signal goes off. Cool? So we're not getting like the constant purple flashes here as a result of not having a craft in progress. I thought that was pretty clever. So again, just a couple minor things between episodes while I've been waiting for the alloy here to craft. So we're at 22 out of 28 that we need. So I'll come back in a few minutes. And, I think we're almost ready to make the ATM STAR. So to make this, it needs to go into the runic altar. So let's make sure we have everything we need. So we've got all this stuff. We've got all these. We've got one of each of these. I actually think we are ready to put this thing all together. I think we actually are ready to go. Like, and then this is awakened unobtainium vibranium alloy blocks. So like that's cool, right? So it's literally just waiting for a few more of these unobtainium allthemodium dudes, and we're cool. Gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say that's where we're at. All right, so back in a few minutes. All right, so I set it up so that my system here keeps 256 of these source gems in stock, so that'll at least help a little bit. And guess what? I completed 28 unobtainium allthemodium alloy blocks. So that means I think we're ready to make our star. Quest completion wise, we're gonna get, you know, a bunch of stuff. Wither predictions, huh? So wither predictions, I guess, can be used to make nether stars. Yeah, so that's another approach we could go if we're looking for like more nether stars, because I think that's if we decide to make a lot of these ATM stars, there's going to be a few things that will be easy and a few things that will be not nearly as easy. But I guess it really comes down to like, you know, what happens once we get into the crit, because I haven't even looked at chapter 4. I don't know what to expect when it comes to chapter 4 here, so we'll see, I guess, what happens once we make our creative, like, in like all this stuff, because I kind of want to like at least check some of this out, as long as it doesn't get like too painful. So let's do the thing, shall we? So we are now unlocked. The ATM star is ready to go. Does this mean you win? Oh, and I get 100 EXP levels. I'm going to have to absolutely do the correct thing with that. So let's take all this stuff out of here, right? I can remove these, right? We'll be careful. Okay. So quick refresher, making the actual ATM star, because that's where we're at right now. So all of this is done. And now all we need to do is make the ATM star. What's in the center, by the way? It's just the regular Patrick star, right? The infused Patrick star can be used to make a cheaper version of the ATM star, it looks like. Yeah, we'll see. So this is how you make ATM stars, right? It's either this one or this one, and that's about it. So going into the middle here, and this is made in the runic star altar, which is this dude, right? And then this is your input. Why do we have unbreaking books in here? That's an exceptional question. I do not know the answer to. What did I just put away by mistake? I also don't know the answer to that. Something. All the tweaks. I'm guessing it was the Dragon Soul. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cool. You're not like in the middle of making something, right? No, I don't think so. You're good. All right. I don't know why there was unbreaking books in there, but whatever. So all these guys go in, right? Along with Patrick Star and you guys and you, right? And then you and you. And then we're going to need the awakened unobtainium. And that's it. Processing. Processing. It's cooking. So that means star, ATM star. Triumph! We did it! We did it! ATM star quest complete. Holy cow. That is cool. 113 episodes later, and we done did the ATM star. Let me extract all my experience so that when I do this quest hand in, I get plus 100 levels. How cool is that? That's a lot of levels. And then I can get all these alloys and all the modium blocks and whatever else I just got as a quest reward. Probably doesn't matter because it looks like everything I just got as a quest reward is something I had a lot of anyway. So that is cool. So we've got our ATM star. So this can be used for a lot of things, obviously. There's creative versions of items. There is the ATM star block, which can also lead to some more creative versions of items, so creative fluids. You know, then there's the 1x. Oh boy, that's pretty crazy. And then a 2x, and then oh yeah, that would be ridiculous. But let's look at the quests and figure out like what's next. And there's even mods in this pack that we haven't touched. I didn't touch Mahusaki, right? What other mods haven't I touched? I don't know. Create. I still haven't done Create. I really wanted to check out that multi. So there's thing. I'm not done. Everybody always tells me, Dyer, you don't finish packs. So I'm gonna try and see what happens. Fully automated ATM Star. Holy cow, that's gonna be crazy shenanigans. So I guess that's the with the infused Patrick Star, 5-star fragments, Corrupti Dust, Mundo Dust, and the Lens of the Killer, we can rebuild ATM Stars 100% automated. Now these creative items will be a breeze to craft. So I'm assuming what I need to do is you know, oh, these are not just pieces. Hold your horses. These are not just fragments, or are they? The left ATM Star part. Oh, that's ATM Star Shard. Starry Comb Block, huh? The Starry Bee. We give an ATM Star block to a Patrick B, and we get a Starry B. That's funny. That is a thing. That might be a thing we have to do. All right. I don't even know. So where are we at? I'm a little bit lost. Starry B is like a thing to do. Patrick Star B, we should probably look into that one as well. Right. And then it looks like what we need to do is... So... But why? Technically, you can also use the Crusher to make the ATM Star into 5 shards, but you'll need 262 to make a new star, so why would you? It's an exceptional question. Now that you got star shards, you can start making the different parts to remake our stars. You'll need 262 star shards total to remake 1 star. Hope you've got a good B set up. Yeah. Sounds doable, though. Once we get... So like we need to make the Starry B, right? And then in order to make the Starry B, we need a block. So we need like 8 more ATM stars. Then we can make the block. Then we can make the B. Then we can get the shards automated. And then once we have the shards automated, then it goes into this, which leads to the top ATM star part, right? And then once you have the top part, you can use that along with the left, right, and then these guys, bottom left, bottom right, right, left. Okay, cool. So I think I get how this works, right? I think I get how this works. My understanding, if I'm following along the logic here, is we make a bunch of stars manually, such that we can then make the Starry B, and then the Starry B makes a bunch of shards. And using those shards, we can get pieces of this. And then once we do that, we can use this recipe to make ATM stars from Bs. Am I following that all correctly? I think I am. So let's first look at what can I make with the ATM star itself. And then I'm going to decide whether I want to use my first star for... like something cool, or do I want to like save it, make 8 more, make the ATM star block so that I can then give it to a B and get going with automated, right, stars. So like, do we want to make something cool with it, or do we want to immediately jump into working towards automating stars so that we can then make cool things later? Exceptional question. Don't know yet. Creative spellbook. I'm not using spells at all right now in this series, so like meh. Creative Blood Drop. I kind of have infinite blood, so I'm not too worried about that. Creative Jetpack. Clearly not a thing that I need to worry about, right? So I'm going to say no to any of that. Creative Source Jar is a thing. I'm going to say no because I've got a very large amount of source. I'm not hurting for source. I was hurting for source last episode, but then I solved that problem. So again, I think I'm okay. Crusher, we'll turn it into that. Blacksmith, Mechanic, Pressure Chamber. Creative Compressor does sound kind of cool. Creative Compressed Iron Block might also be cool, but I'm gonna hold off because I don't think we're doing that much with new Metacraft. Creative Energy, again, I'm not hurting for energy. So I'm gonna say no. I don't need that, right? And then the only other things is the shaped crafting for that thing and like turning it. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say let's hold on to our ATM star and figure out. So I'm gonna need to make at least 8 more of these, right? So what I'm gonna do is now start working towards making more of everything that I just made, right? So let's go up here and say to make an ATM star, I'm going to need this. Can I even do that? Apparently, yes. Cool. Okay. So now you know what's involved in making it. So let's put on the to-do list things that I don't currently have automated. And that's basically this stuff, right? Creative Essence is in there? Why is Creative Essence in there? I don't remember Creative Essence. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, never mind. Yep, never mind. It is in there. So a handful of things that we're going to need to put on the automation to-do list, right? Now, like a lot of these we've made already, but I'm definitely going to want to like carry on and like make a bunch more of them. So let's start with the Oblivion Shard. So, that's right. There were a lot of things in here that were not that easy to dupe. Snow Queen predictions. Yeah. Yeah, I remember very specifically this one being the most painful. Let's work backwards. Let's save that one for last because that was not a fun one. So a lot of these are automatable, right? Um, so that, and then lightning upgrade orb. And then lightning runes is lightning in a bottle. And then the blank rune stone. There's a B for that, right? The arcane essence B? Yeah. For sure, that is cool. Also, we're gonna need more stuffs here. Assembler. We're gonna need a bigger assembler storage, right? Pattern storage. Pattern core, is that the one I want? Matrix core. Matrix assembler take patterns from its pattern core. Each pattern provides 36 slots to the assembler matrix. So pattern core is what we want, right? Pattern core. Let's get these added here. I'm assuming it's just as easy as doing this. We're going to find out. But yeah, clearly we're going to need to automate a few things here. So did I fill this thing? Is that what I did? Assembler matrix pattern cores. We have a lot of pattern cores in there, to be fair. I might want to make this like a bigger dude. I thought I like filled this with like. Why are you not being cool about placing these? What was that all about? What in the what is going on right now? Is my inventory desynced or something? Okay, weirdness. I could probably bump this up one. So what I would need would be, so what I want then probably is 9 more pattern cores. So like, well, 5 more, right, to go inside of it. And then we could do a 3x3 right here. Because this thing can be bigger, right? So what I would ultimately need would be 4 more frames. Right? And then 3, 6, 9, 12 more walls. Okay. I hope I did this right, because my whole auto-crafting world is broken right now. I can't auto-craft a single thing. So hopefully this is correct. Hopefully I mathed this correct. What in the what is going on with you? Right? And then you. and then you come online, and are you cool? Device missing channel. Ah, there's your problem. You guys are all probably touching that guy in a way that is no good. Let's shrink for this. Because I'm suspecting I'm going to want to like get really... And you'll connect in on that side. Oh wow, I'm not shrunk enough? I thought I could like... Yes, that shrunk is how I want to be. Nice. Right? And then disconnect you there. Does that bring you online now? Yes, excellent. How many extra slots did that get me in my assembler setup? Decent amount of extra slots. I think it was 36 per, right? Isn't that what it said? I think so. So yeah, a good chunk of extra crafting slots. So that'll do for now. All right, so where was I? I was working on the improbability device, right? So for that, we need the Starry Bee. So let's get that Arcane Essence Bee, right? So the Arcane Essence Bee spawn egg requires a Diamond Bee spawn egg. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is get Diamond Bees. Okay, Diamond Bees are going to be Ender plus Lapis. And Lapis is going to be blue plus redstone, and Ender... Chorus fruit on an endstone nest, which I think I can make. Right? So now what we're going to do is transition the series into automating the many aspects of the ATM star so that we can get 8 more, so that we can then get the bees, so that we can get many more. Okay? So we're not wrapping it up. Did you expect me to wrap it up? Actually, I'm curious. Did you think I was going to wrap up? Because I'm actually really enjoying playing this pack, like a lot. So I don't want to end it. Like, I want to keep going. So I'm going to, because it's my pack and I can play it how I want to. Time, not nether, but time end. Okay. And then you're going to go here, and I'm going to give you that chorus fruit. And then if I tick accelerate you, boop, and then do it again. Cool? Okay. So I'm going to get a couple of these, just so that I'm like, you know, I'm here, might as well. Can't hurt. Thank you. Okay, so there's those dudes, right? So there's your ender bees. Now we need lapis bees, which is going to be redstone and blue banded. Do I have a blue banded? I don't see it there, but here's my question. If I search for ender, I do see my bee cages with ender bees. Good. It's in the name, so it's easy to search for. And if I search for banded, I got nothing. But that's okay because it's the same thing, but I just need a honey treat and any one of these nests. So like I think I have a Kashia, right? Okay. So you go here, Mr. Beehive, and a honey treat, which is craftable, by the way. And same deal. Cool. Should be easy peasy. And then to make the redstone bee, we have to breed glowing with chocolate. Okay. So glowing is a glowstone nest and glowstone. And I assume that goes in the nether. Oh, and I'm pretty sure those are babies, by the way. Right? No, they're adults. Oh, that's even better. I don't even have to wait for them to grow up. How cool is that? All right, and then off to the nether. And we'll do this. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to wrap up the episode here. It's a couple minutes early, but I'm going to do most of this breeding off camera. Because I just, like, you guys have seen me do bee breeding in the series, right? So let me do this off camera. We'll come back next episode, and then we'll start working to automate as much of the stuff as we can. Some of it may be trickier than others, but I ultimately only need 8 more. So if there's a few items that I have to, like, manually get, like some of the ones from here I might not automate. I might just manually get because, like, not that big a deal, right? So yeah, for now, Delta, when I sign off, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and, you know, have more fun. For now, take it easy.